enough. Okay. God, stop.
Standing ovation. Standing ovation.
No one's standing.
Oh, yeah, we're all sitting. Why are we doing
fuck.
Welcome to the Media Nuts. I'm Sergio, Austin,
Welcome to
Thomas.
the jungle.
Hi. Welcome, gnome, sir.
That's the new. That's gonna be the new cut-in for like every episode. We're gonna do like cutaways where they always like show like the guys talking, you know, in those podcasts. You hear them laughing, then you hear at the very end, "Welcome, gnome, sir." The Media Nuts.
No, we're just gonna steal Joe Rogan saying.
We're not even like 30 seconds in, and I'm already fucking finished with y'all.
It's 40 seconds, dumbass.
It says 30.
You love
It's
us, Sergio,
It's
don't
50
worry.
seconds now.
Anyways,
So
what?
I don't know.
Today.
How was Record Store Day?
Oh, whoa, that was a fun fucking week.
How was
Reservation,
Record
reservation.
Store Day?
All right, so what happened on Record Store Day, Thomas?
You weren't
I
working
wasn't
that day.
there.
You were working. You're the only one who knows.
Oh.
I mean, I was there, but I
For
was
the
there for
week.
the aftermath.
Yeah, man, it was a mess.
So I helped him basically organize it. I helped the guy that we work with, Sam. I helped him organize it. Oh, I found it funny. Sam wanted me to throw everything in a pile, like to put them next to each other. And then like he saw how I was doing it. I was stacking them on top. He's like, that ain't really gonna work. And then he's like, but it's okay, man. You can do what you want. And then we started going through them, and I love how he was pulling them out. He's like, Thomas, this is a good idea. I think I'm going to start doing this now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's like, I like this.
That's cool. We were just really tired. Like, if you didn't notice last week's episode, we were extremely exhausted.
But is there any funny, cool, goofy stories?
I'm cleaning records. That's pretty goofy and
Yeah,
funny.
it's
No,
wacky.
of Record Store Day. God damn it!
Oh, well, I got...
Well, Sergio fucked me out of 2 releases. That's about it.
And wasn't it wacky? Huh? Wasn't that wacky?
Wacky.
Wacky.
You didn't
bro.
have any funny customer experiences or anything?
I got a funny story. I almost got scammed on Discogs. That was about it.
Yeah, by some Canadian guy.
What a fucking
Maybe he was
poser.
Canadian.
He said it was.
I got my money back today. I mean, he could have just been lying.
He faked his, where he lives.
He used ExpressVPN to change his location.
Never let them know your next move. You secretly live in India, but in actuality, you're in Texas.
Is this our tie-in? Because we're not sponsored.
Do you ever want to watch that show on Netflix, but it's not available?
You know that
Go
one show?
fuck yourself, man. That's not my problem.
Is that our commercial?
That's not a
Download
commercial. It was just a
ExpressVPN to
thing I
get
was
you
saying,
some worthiness.
Type the word nuts and...
Use promo code We're Going Gnome
That's too long.
to get 0% off. It's not real because we didn't do it.
You could have said
Helix.
it's not real. That's... What the fuck?
Don't forget, are you ever hungry and you get angry because you can't make food? Hello Fresh. Use promo code nuts, and nothing will happen. You're actually gonna get a code it's gonna say error. Code doesn't exist, and yeah, that's true. It doesn't.
And then you forgot too because last week he was saying, I want therapy help. I need some help, and I told him, oh, that's great because you know what exists?
BetterHelp.
It doesn't exist anymore.
It does. There's
does.
fucking ads with them every week, dumbass.
So, do you ever need someone to talk to? I'm not that guy, so find someone. Maybe.
you know the best part?
BetterHelp.
The best part about BetterHelp is if you don't like your therapist, you can get a new one.
The best
Free.
part about BetterHelp is if you don't like your therapist, then yeah, I guess you just don't like him. Then that's understandable. He's kind of a dick. I'm talking to you, Gary.
What if there's a Gary watching this?
Good, Gary.
Does he have Gary's mod?
No. He's too
Okay.
poor to afford a PC.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Stop describing
He
my
can
life.
only, he can only
You have
afford a
a PC.
PS1.
He has a PC. I know.
You guys can share it.
He has PCP.
I've offered to build you a PC.
You've offered to give me PCP?
A gallon of
Uh-huh.
PCP. Right?
But anyway,
It's time for our new sponsor, Squarespace. Have you ever wanted to learn something? Well, okay.
It's
then
time for our
don't
new-
come here. We don't teach shit. Get out.
It's time for our new sponsor, Square Trade.
Is that,
Okay.
Isn't that like a real thing?
Square up.
Now you know.
Is that a real thing?
I don't no.
We may be plugging everybody else's stuff, but it's time for us to plug us.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Please don't do that. That one's so annoying.
We've actually been the owners of Raid Shadow Legends since it started, in fact.
We're also the owners of the fucking Save a Tree company where you
No. We're not an owner
That's
of
not
that.
real.
But you know what we are an owner of?
What?
Established titles.
That's it.
To where you can buy a random plot of land, but you're not really buying it.
And
you become a lord or lady. Isn't
Wait.
that right, Lord Sir?
I know what you're talking about. Didn't they get like called out for it being a scam or something?
Yeah, they did.
I forgot all about
Lord
that.
Sir.
It's okay because if they buy this plot of land, they can have they could be near our plot of land, whatever the fuck that is.
They can be
wherever
near
that
our
is.
plot of land that doesn't fucking exist.
What if it's a cemetery?
It could be anywhere essentially.
So do you want to go by Lord or Lady?
What do you want?
Lady Sergio.
Are you tipping your imaginary fedora?
Oh yeah.
Remember that time Austin wanted to buy a fedora?
No.
We went to like the clothing store and he was like, "I really want a fedora."
I love how generic you are with it. You don't even come up with a good excuse.
You
went to
That
the clothing store?
The clothing
We
store.
went to that store that sells clothes, and
Believe
he
it or
looked
not.
at a hat, and he was like, my lady, and that's what happened.
The end.
The gnome.
Let's go gnome.
Let's go gnome.
What's this episode gonna be called?
Romeo and
This
Juliet.
one is gonna be called. This will be called "Shut the Fuck Up." I name it. Fuck you. Nuts. It's a really long title.
Okay,
It's a good one.
we were off topic here. So record store day.
Record store day.
Record store.
Record
day.
store day.
The Jolly Bee,
The
sir.
Jolly Bee.
Okay, so it was fun. The end. That's all I have to say.
The Jolly Bee.
If you
But
think it's clapping, it's really butt sex.
you're saying that while you're fucking.
How do you know that?
So remember the other day when I was driving you home, I was throwing like ideas, just like one shot ideas for like a movie, and you had to make it up on the fly.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. What was the one I made up? Like a guy fucks a dinosaur or something?
Dude, you made up a lot of ones, but yeah, one of them was a guy who fucks a dinosaur. But you made up another one, and with romance movies, I just kept making the plots as generic as possible, which
Made
is...
one about Reddit.
Yeah,
I did.
I said make Reddit the movie,
And it was just Wolf on Wall Street, but Reddit
and porn.
and porn.
You put a lot of porn.
It just
in
has regular intermediate breaks of porn.
Then you made Twitter the movie, but it's just more or less just people getting pissed off.
It's really just depressing.
Oh, speaking of that, we have a Twitter now.
Oh,
Yeah.
great segue actually.
If you want to hear us say stupid stuff and get called out because of a tweet we make, that's really not this Twitter where I'm just going to be using it to promote episodes, so fuck you.
If you want me to say the N-word, that'll be Austin's Twitter.
No, that's actually going to be on our exclusive OnlyFan.
We have an OnlyFans too?
Oh, yeah.
Where we can get away with saying slurs?
Now we're going to post nude pictures of Sergio's feet.
I thought it was of his beard.
It's gonna make a lot of money.
No, only of his feet, but the game that we're going to play is it Sergio's feet or is it a Google picture of feet? It's a fun little game that you pay $20 for.
And then
Do
we
I
find
get the
out,
money?
No, it's all me.
We find out that Sergio has hobbit feet.
Actually, all the pictures, we're not even going to post a single picture of his feet. It's just all Google images that you could just reverse search right away.
It's gonna be like different skin tones and shit. People are gonna
Yeah.
be like, "How does Sergio have?"
Then there's
such...
like a black guy's foot, and they're like, and the guy's like, wait, something's fishy about this.
I'm just going to start getting animated characters' feet. It's not even going to look real.
You're gonna get like Daffy Duck's like feet,
I'm going to give up at a certain point.
and then the guy's like, I'm fairly certain this is fake.
I'm going to get a screenshot from Tarantino movies of feet.
It's gonna be that Selma Hayek scene.
Yeah.
In Dusk Till Dawn.
You're literally gonna like.
It's going to have Tarantino's like, we're not
Yeah.
even going to try to hide it.
It's a screen cap from like that part of the movie, and the guy's still like suspicious about it.
He's like, I think the Sergio guy has pretty hot feet. He somehow doesn't know.
This guy, it's kind of weird.
We're
He has-
making
he
a
has
lot of
similar
money.
feet to Selma Hayek.
He's like, why is Tarantino licking his feet? That's a pretty big get for this page, you know?
Man, we make a lot of money with that, then.
Oh,
We'd be rich. We'd be #1 in the OnlyFans community.
This is even better than your other idea.
What?
He had one of OnlyFans where it's literally just OnlyFans.
That was Kat's idea.
No,
actually,
I came
she
up with
stole
that
that
idea.
from
Oh,
us.
really? Okay.
Yeah, just doing an OnlyFans account that's literally just I pick up random fans at Goodwill or Walmart or Target. I just take pictures of them, and then I'll take videos of them going at full speed and at low speed, and then just post it.
And then the really expensive ones are him taking it apart and fixing the fan.
No, the really expensive ones are like big industrial fans.
The ones you see at like car shops?
Yeah.
When you see it Lowe's
And
and shit.
And then for our free account, it's those little portable fans.
Oh, the like dollar ones?
Yeah. But if you want the pay-per-view ones, you gotta. That's when you see the big industrial fans.
Oh, I got a topic. Do you guys remember pay-per-view back in the day when y'all had cable and
Yeah, that's how we watched Evil Dead 2 for the first time.
really?
Did we really pay for it?
Pay-per-view.
Like you surf through the channels and you'd see
I didn't know that
movie,
we paid for it.
and then you see like weird ass porn titles, and you're like, okay, gotta keep going.
So anyways, Evil Dead 2, how we watched it was because I had been playing the Fistful of Boomstick game as a kid because my parents thought it'd be great to get a 10-year-old Fistful of Boomstick.
Which actually, thank God for that because that game's expensive.
No, now
So
it is.
thank-
It wasn't
so thank
for
our
years.
parents for being morons sometimes.
But I at the time, like, mom and dad weren't together, so we were staying basically with our uncle's friend. And I was like, dude, I haven't seen Evil Dead 2 in years. And she's like, oh yeah, you can purchase it. Is what our uncle's friend said. So I was like, cool. So that's how we first watched Evil Dead 2. And I'll never forget the scene of Ash saying, "Who's laughing now?" Cutting off the hand.
laughing now? Fucking love that movie.
It's great.
Speaking of Evil Dead, though, real quick,
Huh?
the 4Ks, I got them recently.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go see the new one tomorrow.
Oh, we
Not
are?
with Sergio.
Yeah.
I forgot. Wait, you're not going?
No.
Cool. Good. But no, yeah.
That's
So,
Beat it. Get the hell out of here. Leave me alone.
but no, I bought the 4Ks, and I mainly bought them because Evil Dead 1 is out of print. I think 2 is barely going out of print right now. But they're really expensive, but I got them really cheap bundled. But I ended up finding out that the first movie's not 16 by 9 because that's how I've always seen it on TV. That's how I'd seen it on their DVDs. That's how I'd seen it even on like I think some of the on Vudu when we've got it there on the 4K.
You know what? I remembered on YouTube now that I downloaded the movie at one point when I didn't have internet, and I did watch that movie. Like I did watch it in 4:3. Yeah.
But yeah, the 4K that I got is actually 4:3, and then I was like, no fucking way. I look at my DVD collector's edition because it comes with the movie in like 2 different versions and then like a bunch of documentaries, and it does have a 4:3 version, and so does the Blu-ray of it. So I was like, fuck yeah.
And then
Now I found out about a new version.
we bought. Oh man, this one really pissed me off. We bought Goodfellas in 4K, and I got it from Amazon for Austin. And there was a seller. They're like, we're a collector seller, so $8 for shipping, $7 or $8. Either way, I get it in, and I open up the package, and it had the slipcase, and these fuckers put Scotch tape over the slipcase, and it was one of those foil slipcases. So as soon as I removed the Scotch tape, it took the cover up with it too. And then they put a barcode sticker, and that took up more of the slipcover's art.
It brought like a $50 4K down to like $20 to $15. It's really shitty.
Can I give you $20 for it?
No,
No.
I'm keeping it. I don't want to spend money again on that thing. I just bought it.
Austin has a theory, though, that Criterion is the one that's going to get good for
Yeah,
us
let's
next.
listen to your theory.
Because currently, right now, Criterion announced that they're doing After Hours.
Yeah.
And they did Raging Bull recently as well. And they've also done short films.
They did Last Temptation of Christ.
They did Last Temptation of Christ.
And The Irishman.
And The
They
Irishman.
did do The Irishman, yep.
But with them, for some reason, Goodfellas went out of print on 4K. And I was reading recently because I was looking into the Face Off 4K release that Kino was doing. And I was like, why is it taking so long for it to come out? And I was researching into it on the Blu-ray forums, and they're like, yeah, Kino just buys licenses and will announce it as soon as they get it. And then later on will announce when the actual edition's coming out. And I was like, that's a little weird. But then they're like, no, yeah, Criterion, they'll buy licenses, but just not tell anybody. And if something goes out of print, sometimes it's an indication that a new licensor bought it. So my thought process was maybe because they clearly bought up a lot of Scorsese films and they keep it a secret, that maybe they bought Goodfellas and are doing a 4K transfer of it, and that's why that one's out of print now. Because it seems like it, because they're doing a lot of Scorsese, so I'm assuming they bought quite a bit, you know?
As I was telling you too, that's probably explains why I don't believe Mean Streets is a 4K either.
Mean Streets also doesn't have a 4K, yeah.
So that could be the reason why that one doesn't, is maybe they're going to put that out as well.
And the reason that Casino's still in print is because that's like a Paramount. Or no, Universal.
Universal. That's actually...
yeah.
That's interesting though too, because if they do get Goodfellas and Mean Streets, that's going to be one of the few Warners that they actually own. They don't really have many Warners as a Criterion. Yeah. I think one of the only other ones that we saw recently was Shaft. I think Shaft's a Warner.
And Entry Stories, that's a Warner.
Didn't you say...
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Didn't you say that fucking After Hours is a Warner too?
It is a Warner,
yeah.
That's the other reason I was thinking, is because I'm like, if they are dealing with Warner getting Scorsese films, maybe, you know?
It's surprising that Warner's finally doing that, because they really don't really work with Criterion too much.
No.
Them and Disney don't really do
Yeah,
it.
them and Disney.
Mainly the only people who really work with those collector labels, MGM does it a lot.
Yeah, MGM, all the time.
MGM just gives their shit to them all the fucking time.
Sony's pretty willing to do it too.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Sony, MGM, Paramount sometimes.
I don't really see any Paramounts.
I really wish fucking
Does
Criterion
Universal?
would get Paramount.
Universal, yeah, it does.
I really wish Criterion would get the Warriors from Paramount.
Yeah,
So I
I'm
can get
surprised
the
they don't
director's
have
cut.
that one.
Not the director's, the original cut.
Yeah, that would be nice to get like a 4K scan of that one.
It would be fucking great.
They probably have, and they just won't tell us.
That probably is that. Honestly, a lot of people were pissed at Criterion because they did that in the forums, but I'm like, at first I was like, oh, who cares? But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, it kind of sucks that we don't know what they have.
But honestly, Criterion focuses more on a lot of world movies too,
Mm-hmm.
so they always have that in the works.
Yeah.
Because every time they announce, oh, this is our releases for this month, it's more mainly stuff from like around the world,
Yeah.
and then like sprinkled with other stuff that's in America. But I think it's just because I guess the movie companies want a lot of money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, though, people shouldn't really be too mad at Criterion for doing that. I mean, I think more people should be mad at Disney, because Disney does that and they don't let anybody touch any of the stuff. That's why a lot of the Fox stuff's completely out of print right now.
Yep.
Because Disney's always along the lines of let it go out of print, let it hit a high dollar amount, and then they'll decide to put out like a mass Blu-ray, 4K, what have you, and basically make money off of it that way.
Song of the South should be on the Criterion.
No, it should
Fuck
not.
is that?
You don't know what that is?
It's a movie that Disney does not want you to watch. It sounds like what it sounds like.
Is it just like a Confederate movie?
No.
During, like the Civil War?
No, well, yes and no. It's a movie that takes place post like slave era America, and Disney made in like the 40s, and it was celebrated for a long time. It was like considered a Disney classic up until the 80s, and once the 90s came around, Disney just does not acknowledge it. Like they're like it, they will not talk about it.
What is it even about, though?
So it's about this. Do you know what it's about?
Dude, I just know it's controversial.
It's controversial, but there's no like, it's not racist or anything. It just takes place post Civil War America, and it has like this guy who's like he takes care of kids and he sings them songs, and there's like animated animal characters, and but Disney's like, oh, we don't want people to think we're racist because we made a movie post Civil War slave times.
It sounds like Sound of Music, but more dicey.
Yeah, and
Fair enough.
but even though there's a Disney ride, I think they're closing it down on Splash Mountain. That's based off the characters from Song of the South.
Is it really?
Yeah, but I think they're tearing it down. People are pissed off about that. But yeah, Song of the South came out. It was gonna re-release many times, even in the '80s, and it even got a home video release in like Europe, I think. And but since the '90s, they're like, yeah, we're not putting that out. And they even asked like the CEO, and he's like, that'll never come out in America. We will never put that back out. So there's like tons of bootlegs scanned from like film reels, And honestly, if you watch, you're like, wow, this isn't as controversial as they say it is. It's not like those fucking Bugs Bunny cartoons where they made them like blatantly racist. It's not like those.
Where they made animated characters do blackface.
Yes, and the fucking Japanese thing, all those fucked up racist cartoons.
I still love the one though with the Native American guy. Where he's like, "Hold them beer,"
I
and he
fucking
dies.
hate that.
So
Did you guys used to see that when you were kids on Cartoon Network?
You know what I always remember? My dad got me into the Pink Panther cartoons when I was like 10, and that show always endorsed smoking. They had smoking ads, the Panther and smoke. There's literally an episode, it's funny as shit, where the Pink Panther runs into a drunk guy at a bar, and he goes home, he's like, "You want to come home with me, you blue Panther? I'll take you home." And he's like, and his wife's like, "Who's there?" And he's like, "It's nobody, dear, nobody." He's like, "You're our guest." And she has to accept that. And she doesn't like it. Oh, well. And then she finds out him and the Pink Panther are there. And she's like, "Get out of here. You and your Pink Panther." And he's like, "Pink Panther? And I thought you said you were blue. You liar." He's like, "Stop following me. I don't like you."
Jesus.
I'm like, why do they have a drunk guy? Oh, and they have an episode where the Pink Panther has he's mowing his lawn, and basically he hears a voice, and it tells him, he says, "Oh, look at Jerry's yard. Look at him letting all those leaves hit your yard. Isn't that so bad when you just mow the lawn and it looks freshly done?" And Jerry's tree's fucking it up over there, essentially. And he's like, "Don't you just want to get back at Jerry?" And he's like, "Oh, God, Jerry, look at that. Look at the Panther over there. He's cutting down your tree. You worked so hard to grow that tree for your wife, who told you painstakingly time and time again to water it and make sure it would stay so fresh. Look at him cutting down that tree. Don't you want to get back at him?" They literally have a scene, he's like, "I'm gonna get that fucker," and they censor it out. So you hear him, "I'm gonna get that," and then you hear, yeah, and then he's like, "You're gonna let him do that?" He's like fucking hell, I'm gonna let him do it. And you hear that censored.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck were you watching? I barely remember the Pink Panther.
And then there's like a scene where he's like, "Huh, look at Jerry over there with that lawnmower. That was your lawnmower you let Jerry borrow. Remember? He borrowed it last summer. He never gave it back. Don't you hate it when people do that? When they don't give you your stuff back and they claim it's theirs?" And the Pink Panther's like going over there like, "I want my lawnmower back." And he's like, "You're going to have to do a damn more if you want it back." And they start fighting each other. They start causing like World War III. And turns out the one that was talking to them the whole time, getting them to fight each other, was the devil.
Oh.
It's a really wild episode.
That is so fucking weird.
And the devil's over there laughing. Remember that? He's like laughing maniacally. He's like, "Yep, that's why you don't ever borrow anything from anybody." He's like, "Look what could happen."
It's wild.
That sounds like fun.
Remember the haunted saloon episode too, where he starts like drinking beer. He starts drinking like whiskey with ghosts. And there's like one of the ghosts, he gets drunk, so he like he turns into like a fucking balloon, and you just see like a silly little smiley face on him when he's drunk.
Hiccups and shit.
Yes.
You guys remember when Disney made Nazi cartoons?
No.
You don't? There's one where Donald Duck is a Nazi.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
You've seen that?
I've seen it. You remember Mouse?
Oh, God. Dude, I saw a lot of weird shit on Cartoon Network back in the day. Like, this is pre-Adult Swim, by the way. So this is like...
Remember Johnny Bravo?
Yeah?
Johnny Bravo's lost
Johnny
media.
Bravo.
Technically it is.
It is.
Well, I'm sure a lot of it's archived.
Is it? I don't know. I heard it's lost media.
No, you're talking about like that call-in show he had, where like they request episodes and he like airs them. That's what is lost media.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can still find the episodes.
No, the episodes you can find. In fact, they're not hard to get.
Did you know the Three Stooges had a cartoon?
Yeah, it's technically public domain.
Oh, is it? I used to watch that a lot.
Speaking of lost media, though.
Nuts.
So, me and Thomas back in the day used to watch YouTube all the time.
You still do.
We still do to this day. But one of the things that we would see on there
Is
was
beheading videos.
No. One of the things we would see on there is...
gore porn.
I swear to God, shut the fuck up. One of the things
you
we would see on
with
there...
your own pepper spray.
You're gonna get the back end of that.
It's okay.
So one of the things we would see on there is Machinima. And one of those Machinimas that we really liked was a Resident Evil 5 Machinima called A World Turning. And it was just Chris, who was, I think, maybe gay, they hint at.
He's definitely on steroids. We know that.
He's, like, it's confirmed. He's steroids. He has steroids. And it has so many fucking stupid jokes in there. Like, there's the part to where he's fighting the boulder, but the boulder's talking to him back. Or to where Leon's talking about how he wants to bang Claire.
And then you hear Chris, or he has that line, he's like, "You son of a bitch, my sister's taking more dick than the person that gave you that haircut." And he's like, "Oh, you fucking dick, dude, always with the hair jokes."
And you remember his fucking stupid, his profile picture on Facebook is just him flexing with his muscles?
And then remember at the very end, it says the big bad baby boulder crushed Chris's balls and killed him.
Yes. That fucking, that entire Machinima is just like lost media now. The 1st and 5th episode are on YouTube, and I recently found, I think, the 4th, but there's still like 2 other episodes that are missing, and I really fucking want to watch the rest of it.
The one me and Austin always reference, because we've been playing the RE4 remake a lot, so every time me and him get ready to shoot somebody, we always say, "I got something for you, I got something for you."
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have these episodes, please send them our way through Twitter.
Dude, we watched it so much.
You should. Why didn't y'all download them when you all watched them?
It's not like we would have
kids.
known that they would have been fucking lost media.
That's true.
And then just fucking Machinima one day, without telling anybody, just deleted everything.
Yeah, they kind of went, like, it was a sinking ship real fast when they got shut down.
I just don't understand why, when they got shut down, they had to delete everything. I don't get why
because
they
they would have to still pay them.
They just pay him anyway. Fuck it.
It's the same thing like what I think Classic Game Room's the same thing now. I think their stuff's completely gone.
I know CGR Undertow is still up. CGR Undertow for sure is still up.
I used to watch their reviews so much. I was so bummed out when they decided they were calling it quits.
Jared from CGR Undertow, I fucking love them.
I remember when Austin was bummed they shut down Smosh. He was crying.
No, they're still there, and they are just dragging it for the fucking
They're
life.
still around? I thought they stopped.
No, they're still going.
Who still watches that?
Sergio?
Yeah,
it was Derek. Derek, that was his name. The guy from CGR Undertow.
No.
Man, I fucking love that channel.
I used to love to watch that one.
Didn't Donkey work for Machinima and they fucked him over?
I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't doubt.
It's amazing how many like early YouTube channels like fucked people over, because I think Screw Attack did the same thing.
They got shut down because they just couldn't compete. They had their own website, right?
That's where like the Angry Video Game Nerd started.
Yeah, but he kind of branched off.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll remember it, Thomas, but maybe you'll remember it. Do you remember Normal Boots?
Yeah, I do.
I remember
JonTron was on there.
And
a bunch of other
Butter Gamer.
Yeah.
I think Pro Jared.
Did they get shut down?
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, Pro Jared's gone now, too. I forgot.
Yeah, because...
No, Pro Jared's not gone.
Oh, he kind of, quote-unquote, redeemed himself.
Oh, yeah, he did in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, yeah, he was cheating on his wife, but it wasn't that bad.
Because they revealed, like, a bunch of stuff about him that just was apparently blatant lies. Like, he actually showed full-on evidence about how much of, like, false information.
Oh, yeah, because people thought he was talking to underage fans or something.
Yeah, and being creepy with them.
But
Which he was being creepy, just not with underage people.
Man, that is... I'm having an Alec Guinness moment. Pro Jared. Now, that is a name I have not heard in a long time.
That guy, even though, like, he was proven that he wasn't, his career kind of, like, just fizzled out anyways.
Well, it's the same thing with, like, who's the one you like, Toby Turner.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Tobuscus.
Fizzled out
as a kid.
fast.
He's another one, like, dude, he was so big, and then his career just plummeted.
Even though it wasn't true what he did, it still didn't matter. His career died.
Well, the thing is, because the moment you say somebody did something, it gets a lot of attention, but the moment you say somebody didn't do something, nobody really cares.
Yeah, it's more or less they want the controversy. They don't care.
And they've also already accepted that he is whatever they claimed he was. They already accepted it as fact before there was any evidence.
There's a lot of Minecraft YouTubers who are like that.
They claim the same thing about Spacey, but I don't know if that's true.
Who the hell is Spacey?
Yeah, who is it?
Kevin Spacey.
Oh.
They claim the same thing, that apparently it wasn't true, but I don't know how accurate that is.
I don't know. I haven't seen any evidence really pointing towards.
I don't even know if it's still a thing. Is it still an ongoing case?
I think it is still ongoing.
Did you know
but he's still coming out of stuff.
There's a movie.
Is he? Is he still coming out of stuff?
Yeah.
There is a movie that is lost media called Gore. Like I think it's about Gore Vidal. He plays like him, and Netflix was gonna put it out, but once that whole thing went on, they pulled it, and it's never been released.
Technically, that original version of All the Money in the World is lost media too. You know what? When I worked at the movies, they had a poster of it that said Kevin Spacey, and I found it.
Really?
And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And the projectionist at the time, he saw it, and I was like, "Here you go, Adrian, you can have it." He's like, "You sure you don't want it?" I'm like,
"Dude, you should have kept it. Do you know how expensive that's probably now?"
Here's the thing, though: you're not allowed to resell those posters.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, still, I know you weren't gonna sell it, but still, it's still.
I didn't care
cool
for
that,
it though.
The movie?
I just didn't want it.
It's already been retold so many times. It's just about that guy's grandson being kidnapped.
But yeah,
right?
I could have got the poster, and instead I gave it to somebody that I thought would want it.
Like, think about like when Episode 6 of Star Wars came out. Somebody has like an original Revenge of the Jedi just lying around somewhere.
Yeah. You know what though? I'm kind of glad though I gave it away, because you would be like, "Oh wow, like that's not really a thing to get too hyped about." But I got the Bohemian Rhapsody poster out of the deal later on.
I guess.
I got it for free.
The movie's not really that good.
I got a bunch of movie posters here for free.
Yeah.
Dude, I love my Once Upon a Time poster.
See, that's a good poster.
I'm still surprised you got that one.
Oh, dude, I wanted more. I wanted like 2 or 3 of them if I could have had them.
You could put them in every room.
I have 2 Train Spotting posters of the second movie. I got a Mule poster. I got Jim Jarmusch's Patterson. I got a Pearl Jam poster of Let's Play 2.
You got 20th Century Woman.
I got
Dr.
8
Sleep.
Days a Week by the Beatles, the Ron Howard film.
Yeah, that
Dr.
one's
Sleep.
cool.
Yeah, I got Dr. Sleep.
Vice.
I got The Infiltrator with Bryan Cranston. I got Vice. I got Game Night.
And those are official movie posters too.
Yeah, they're not
I got
reprint.
tons.
The only reprint you have is Studio 666.
No, and I got Rosemary's Baby and Martin.
Yeah,
I don't know
but that's
many
because
of
you
those.
couldn't get those, obviously.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I
you
would be
know how
looking at
expensive
like
those
$200
are?
or $300, if not more.
Yeah.
Dude, there was one year Kat wanted to get me a Taxi Driver poster that was like $75. It was an original.
That's not a bad deal.
That's not-
It was framed though, and I was like, I told her no. I was like,
You
no.
should have got it, dude. That would have been
Especially because
cool.
Taxi Driver is one of my favorite movies.
I mean, I want. Somebody was selling a Japanese poster of Purple Rain, but they wanted like $200. I'm like, but man, it looks so cool.
Remember I gave you my David Gilmour poster
Yeah,
of him in Pompeii?
I'm still trying to find a place to put that. I'm gonna have to put it in the garage.
Whenever you finally get it spruced up for the set.
Yeah, we're gonna move our whole recording setup into my garage
Let's hope.
in time.
Let's
Wait,
hope it's soon.
hold on.
Oh, I got a 3 Billboards poster too.
Yep.
What are we on about before? Movie posters? Oh, fucking
Lost
YouTubers.
Media, YouTube
Yeah.
stuff.
What's another YouTuber that like fell from grace?
Sergio.
yeah.
The Media Nuts.
Yeah. Those
They
guys.
fell from grace after the first episode.
Yeah.
Those guys suck.
Ever since Austin showed his dick in Minecraft, oh.
Ever since the
Ever
dick
since
cam
the
footage
announcement-
became
yeah.
public.
That's what I was about to say.
It hasn't been the same.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, whilst we were playing Minecraft.
I thought you guys were playing Roblox.
Yeah.
I keep asking, but he just won't let
People
me.
kept asking, why was your dick hard during the Roblox gameplay? And I don't have any words for it.
Have you ever seen
It was inexplicable. You know?
Boogie 2988?
Yeah, we used to watch him.
Yeah, he fell hard.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He did. Like,
He
Well,
begs for
honestly,
money
though, that's
now.
kind of on Frank Hassel too for doing
no,
that.
not at all, man. He did that
He
way
was
before.
being an asshole.
He
though,
did
too.
that way before that guy. Like
Boogie was going down for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it just got worse and worse, and he
But
kept.
really, the Frank Hassel guy shouldn't have been fucking with
I
him
know.
because he knew he was already like in a fragile state. I mean, he went over there to his house and he's like, "He pulled a gun on me, that crazy motherfucker."
Yeah, but that's not what killed his career. What's
No.
killed his career is just...
Him being a fucking lolcow. That's exactly what killed his career.
Yeah, he just doesn't deal with hate well.
And
it's kind of taken him
and
down.
not to mention, like everybody was tricked by him because everyone thought he was like this nice guy, and that he was like just a sweet person. Turns out he's just a complete piece of shit. And
Also, he he would get all this money from events, and he would be like, oh, I'm going to use it to make my life better. And then he would use it to invest in stupid shit like crypto.
Oh, yeah, and he lost
all his money and would start begging people for money.
Yeah, there's a video where he's like, don't feel pressured to buy a t-shirt. Don't feel pressured to subscribe to my Patreon. I'm like, then why are you saying that, you fucking moron? I don't... But apparently now he's fighting Wings of Redemption in May. Right, in a boxing match.
What the fuck is Wings of Redemption?
He's another locale, more pathetic than Boogie, if you can believe that. And he's like a failed COD player. And all he does is complain and beg on stream. It's actually really funny. But they're going to do a boxing match in England.
Well,
I don't know
that,
I don't know why YouTubers are starting to do boxing matches now. It's really pathetic.
It's because
Logan Paul did it?
It's because, the Logan Paul fight happened. And then that YouTuber iDubbbz, who I used to really like.
I don't like him anymore.
I don't either.
I hate his girlfriend.
I never liked
his
him.
girlfriend genuinely gives me like the worst feelings ever. Like,
isn't she like an OnlyFans model?
She's not only that. I think she's also like the devil. I feel like I don't think she's a human being. I think she's like a demon or something, because something about that woman just gives me the weird, scariest feelings.
Either way,
do
right?
you remember when you bought
an OnlyFans account?
No. I was gonna quote the Pink Panther. Remember when you bought iDubbbz' girlfriend's nudes on OnlyFans, and then your girlfriend started doing the same?
You don't
thing?
understand. No one's gonna understand the Pink Panther.
Either way, right?
Yeah.
So he saw that, and then he did his whole creator clash thing, and that went actually really well.
And then it fell.
And then they did a chess tournament.
Yeah.
They did a chess tournament, which was, I think, hosted by Ludwig, which is like a Twitch streamer.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a thing where you would just slap people while doing it, and people actually got fit for that.
What?
And then now they're doing another creator clash, and now just everybody's doing it because it's become popular.
Dude, this is pathetic. Like, this is just YouTubers grasping for straws at this point.
There are actually a few YouTubers I really like who did creator clash, and they just used it as an excuse to get fit, and I'm fine with that.
I also use an excuse to get like some form of fame. It's just...
Well, some people use it for that. Some people were just...
If they're gonna get fit, then fucking get fit. Why do you need to show yourself? Like, that's just begging for like attention at that point. I don't know. Like,
Also raises money for charity, though.
Quote unquote. It just goes to iDubbbz' wife. I know it does. She's a fucking monster. Fuck her. Sam Hyde was right about her.
Against her, but that's fucking...
Sam Hyde, you were right about her. I have nothing against him.
Either way.
I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
By the way, okay, aside from irrelevant people that
We're
have...
going to talk about the script idea that Austin has?
We're going to talk about Better Call Saul Season 6.
No, we're talking about...
I get to spoil it for y'all.
No, you don't.
We get to talk about
your
script.
Episode 1.
So, Episode 1, Jimmy's in there, believe it or not. Episode 2, Jimmy's in there, believe it or not. Episode 3, Jimmy's in there, believe it or not. Episode 4, guess who's here? Jimmy!
Is this Jimmy Neutron?
Maybe.
You're talking about Jimmy Neutron?
No.
I like Jimmy Neutron.
Do you really?
I love that show.
Why?
It's good.
I never liked Jimmy Neutron as a kid.
Wait, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. What about you, Thomas?
I never dug Jimmy
I
Neutron.
watched it, but I don't know.
I love the movie.
I was always more of a Fairly Odd
That's-
Parents guy.
Yeah, but that show fell hard.
Well, yeah, it did. It still is falling hard.
It's not on anymore.
I thought it was still on.
No, they ended it like 3 years ago.
Because there is a baby on there, and then they had a dog, and then...
And then they just kind of like... Then they put like some girl in it.
Either way, I just really liked that show more than that.
You know the movie, the Jimmy Neutron movie, is the first time I heard the Ramones.
Oh, God. Either way, right?
Remember when they did a crossover with Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron?
The first one was good, the second one was good, the third one's fucking terrible. There you go.
Either way,
As if anybody asked for his opinion.
Fuck! No, I
Yeah?
was more of a fan of Cartoon Network.
So
I
was
liked
I.
Ed, Edd and Eddy or fucking Johnny Bravo.
I never really cared for Cartoon Network as much for some reason.
I'm surprised.
I always loved Cartoon
I
Network
love
before.
Cartoon
I thought I had
Network,
way more
though.
fun
Ed and
stuff.
Eddy's a gem. I'm glad
Ed and
that
Eddy was always great.
that show is still in high regard.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
And then Powerpuff Girls was pretty funny whenever I'd watch it as a kid.
do you like the remake?
I didn't catch up with that. I just would watch it every once in a while. But
Do you
that's
like
alright.
the reboot?
No, I haven't watched it.
Do you want to watch the reboot?
No.
It's really bad.
No.
So when are we talking about the script idea?
Dude, what script idea? What script idea?
Which
Did
one?
you
We
literally
have
already
many.
forget?
What
The
script?
one we were just talking about, the one that inspired to make this fucking podcast.
So it's Clerks 3, but it's Sergio Old working at a record store
called Son of Sam's.
called Sons of Sam, and it has the Beatles When I'm 64, because hopefully it'll be cheap by then.
What will be cheap by then?
The Beatles When I'm 64, but it won't be.
You're talking about Sgt. Pepper?
No, I'm just talking about the song.
There's no single called When I'm 64.
What do you mean?
What?
There's a song called When I'm 64.
Yeah, but it's not a single.
Oh my god,
I wasn't
who
talking
fucking
about
cares?
the single. I'm just saying to buy the rights to the song
Oh.
for the movie.
What are we talking about?
I hate you. I fucking hate you.
I wasn't paying attention to the things you guys were
Get
saying.
off your
I really wasn't.
It really
I can tell.
Like, I tune out when you guys make fun of me. I really do.
Jollibee.
I literally tune out.
Jollibee,
I wasn't even making fun of
sir.
you. That's the funny part.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't pay attention to the stuff like this anymore because I'm just so used to it.
He's a low cal too.
He's a low cow.
A suck cow.
He's a big old cocksucker.
We're gonna have to censor that?
Yeah, I think
No.
we're gonna have to.
Why would we ever have to say? We cuss all the fucking time. You know how many times you say fuck on this fucking show? Fuck.
We see it more than a Scorsese movie?
Yes. Now
Okay.
fuck you. You fucking cocksucker.
Wait,
and
do-
fuck you.
Are you on? Do you think what's the most time someone said the word "fuck" in a podcast?
I don't know, but it's probably
A Joe
fucking here
Rogan
now.
episode?
No, I feel like they edit it down.
Fuck Joe Rogan.
It could be us. We could say "fuck" a lot.
Fuck yeah, we can.
It's funny, I keep hearing fuck so much, it makes me not want to say it that much now.
It's
so
turning
when
you
I,
off.
When I think, like, I'll unconsciously probably say fuck more, but whenever I keep hearing it, immediately in my head, like, it's just like, don't use it now.
What's your fucking problem?
I don't know. I don't know
Fucking
what's my fucking problem.
Motherfucker.
Why are you fucking cussing on this
What the
fucking
fuck do
podcast?
you want from me, you fucking bitch?
Wait, what's this little like chapter gonna be called now?
It's just gonna be called fuck, fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck.
We can't call it that.
Yes, we can.
We're
The
gonna
chapter
No, we're gonna
is-
get fucking.
No, we can't. We can't call the video that, but you sure as fuck can call the chapter that. I
Okay.
learned that the good way.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we got age restricted because.
Oh yeah, our Boondock Saints clip got age restricted because I called it "fuck the Boondock Saints."
I mean, the
It's
movie.
re-uploaded now and it's fine.
The movie's still fucking terrible, but
Fuck that movie.
yeah,
I
the
stand by
movie
what
was
I
awful.
said.
fucking terrible film.
If you want to find the clip, it's now listed under what? Don't watch the Boondock Saints.
But watch the video about
But
us.
watch the video about
Or-
it shitting on the Boondock
Watch the
Saints.
sequel. Do that.
No, fucking don't do that either.
It's supposed to be a third one.
Is there? I hope not.
Fuck Troy Duffy.
Who?
Troy Duffy, the guy who directs it and writes it.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's an asshole.
He just made shitty Departed.
He literally,
Shitty Departed.
literally with the film, he wrote that script when he was like working at a bar, and that script for some reason got really popular, and people were like, "Oh my god, he's gonna be the next Tarantino." That's what they really said.
It would have been funny if it was like he wrote it when he was like 16.
No, he wrote it when he was a full ass adult.
How old was he?
I think he was like 26 at the time or something.
It's an awful script.
Either way, they were like, he's going to be the next Tarantino. And all these film companies were sending him offers, right?
Yeah.
And he
They
was
sent him
like,
an offer he couldn't refuse.
and he was like, no, I'm not doing that one. No, I'm not doing that one. He kept denying them because he wanted somebody to offer him a bigger amount, right?
Yeah.
And during this time while he's waiting out for somebody to bid higher, he is being an asshole and he's getting himself into trouble to the point to where people don't want to work with him now. And all his offers start getting lower and lower and lower and lower to the point to where he's just like, fuck it, I just have to accept one of them that's slightly high. He's like, Miramax, I'll accept them.
No, Miramax still told him no.
Who ended up funding the film? I thought it was a Miramax film.
They were supposed to, and then he clashed with Harvey Weinstein.
Wasn't it 20th Century Fox?
Oh yeah, so he did accept it for Miramax, and they were gonna actually put out this film theatrically, right?
Yeah, but
But it's a 20th Century Fox film because they were like, okay, we'll do it, but it's gonna be direct to video.
No, it's not Fox. It's some franchise pictures.
No, on my Blu-ray there it says 20th Century Fox.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Either way, right? They made him the offer of, you can put it out, you can have complete creative control. It's just gonna be direct to video, and he was like, okay, fine. because he was so beaten down by this point, and he was so pissed off, he would just like smoke on set and drink on set and get pissed off at actors.
Wait, Peter Fonda's in the second movie.
Oh God.
Yeah.
But he just made recording the movies miserable, and during this time they were actually recording a documentary about him. So all of it's caught on footage and put out there.
It's some kind of monster documentary of
literally
the Boondocks.
Oh God, don't even talk about that
literally
fucking movie.
is.
That movie's fucking awful. Have you seen it?
No.
I see clips.
Dude, I saw the whole thing, and it was just them not even doing anything. The only
You remember the part where they're like, Lane Staley died?
There was one where they found out about Dee Dee Ramone dying.
Yeah.
And they
you know
looked
what?
all disheveled.
I'm really surprised that they didn't do the same thing what they did when Cobain died, and how they were mimicking like shooting up. I'm really surprised they didn't do that. It would have been fucked up. Metallica's like, Dee Dee Ramone died, so they mimicked doing the fucking needle in the arm. They're like, Lane Staley died, they mimicked doing the needle in the arm.
You see why they didn't do that? Is because they were on camera.
Yeah.
They still did it on camera when they said it when Cobain died.
They did it on stage.
Yeah.
That was on stage. They weren't under the pretense of it being filmed.
Yeah.
So they thought they could be more of assholes, but they got backlash for it.
I thought about it. You know what we haven't had on the podcast in a while?
What?
Phil Anselmo.
Oh God! Don't bring him.
We're not talking about.
Can we bring him back?
Don't bring him here. He's gonna get angry.
Come on! I want to hear him.
So angry.
I want to hear his take on this.
I don't think it's a good idea to bring him back.
Bring him on. He's gonna be so mad.
Is somebody calling me? No, fuck. I don't want to have him.
Do you have a split personality?
What do you mean? No, I don't. He doesn't. Like, shut the fuck up, Phil. Like, I don't want him on the podcast, man. Please, for the love of God.
No, we gotta know what he thinks.
I want to be on this podcast episode. Fuck it, I don't care anymore. Fuck it, Phil Anselmo. What do you think? Now, when Nirvana ended up showing Kurt Cobain dying.
You sound like Chris Farley trying to get Phil Anselmo.
Now, Metallica at the time were pretty open about how they felt about that. But they weren't meaning anything by it. It was just them expressing themselves. And just like how I did on stage.
Oh my God.
Phil, how did you feel when Metallica back in the 80s was also doing the salute to Hitler? How did you feel about that? Did you did you take that idea and just use it for your own?
So at the time, when I saw Metallica doing that on stage, I knew I had to do something. And it wasn't racist what I did. It was badass.
Did they also have white wine?
Now, when I went backstage with Metallica, James Hetfield, the singer of Metallica,
he kissed you on the lips?
He came backstage to me with Kirk Hammett, who is a Mexican man. A Mexican man who is Mexican. And he came backstage and he kissed me on the lips, which I was comfortable with because I'm comfortable with my own sexuality. And he was like, we did the Hitler salute tonight. And I said, that's my thing now.
That's crazy, Phil. Well, Phil, it was good having you on the podcast.
I want to talk about a little bit more not racist shit. Get the fuck out of here, Phil.
Wait,
Get the
Phil,
fuck out of here.
Phil, one question, though. Before you go.
Phil, come back here.
How is it going to go with these new Pantera shows? Because I'm seeing that you're going to be on more festivals. I mean, is it going to be a complete shit show like before?
So, one, the first thing you have to know is that calling my shows a shit show, now that's offensive. And that is something that you shouldn't be able to get away with. But I'm gonna let it slide. Because my mother raised a good kid. Okay?
What?
Now, number 2.
I thought that's number 3. God damn.
This concert won't even be like the other Pantera shows. It's gonna be better than the Pantera shows you've seen. It's gonna be so good, you're gonna be like, now that was Pantera.
At the end, though, are you gonna... You know what? I just hope, for your sake, Phil, after you leave, I hope they don't bring up any of what you called, not my phrasing, but your phrasing, that rap shit.
Now listen. No, Phil, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to do it. I got more to say. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen.
I'm sorry. He's
Phil Anselmo.
You got him going. You shouldn't have done that, Thomas. I don't know why he did that.
I wanted to do what Eddie Trunk did.
You heard him. You heard what he was gonna say. He was gonna say some things that he wouldn't deem racist, quote unquote.
I heard some things.
We heard some things.
Good lord.
You know what? Though I think I offended him. I offended him a little. I definitely offended him.
I think. You know, at this point, you've seen him. I don't think you should feel too bad about it. You know.
No, I don't.
Sergio, what's your take on Phil Anselmo?
Well, I mean, he made some points, but then you had to bring up the black rap music thing.
I don't know why you had to do. You coaxed him into saying it. You're coaxing the witness. You know that, right?
You know what though?
It's
I
just a
was
trial.
really expecting Phil to say how these Pantera shows were gonna be better than if Dimebag and Vinny were ever alive.
Well, he was saying it's better than any Pantera show that's ever happened. So I think that's what he's trying to say. I just don't want to ask him because I don't want to get him back here. He's already staring at me in the corner. I don't like it.
Hi, Phil.
I got more to say. Shut the fuck up, Phil. I told you, just stop, man. Stop paying attention to him.
You're right.
God.
He's on his phone now.
Oh, he's looking. Oh, he's on racist Reddit again. I mean, not racist Reddit. God.
There's a racist.
It's white
Reddit.
power.
It's not racist. It's about white wine. Shut the fuck up. Damn.
My God.
Shut up. God damn.
Okay.
Did you guys have your fun?
No.
We had our fun.
I need more fun.
What was
It's
that?
alright.
mean?
We might be able to squeeze another guest in. Who else?
Sergio, who can you do an impression? I mean, who can you get on the show?
Can you get Alex Jones?
No, I can't do Alex Jones.
Can you get Chris Chan?
Can we get Christian on the show? I actually had a few questions.
Nobody knows where he's at.
I think I have a sneaking suspicion you know where he is. Can you elaborate on that?
No. That's my most spiritual explanation.
Can I get David Lynch on the show for a minute?
Oh.
I really want to know what happened to Chris Chan. Did he fuck his mom again or not?
He's asking a good question. Come on, Sergio.
Wait, who's doing the questions?
I'm coaxing the witness right now.
Oh my God.
Did he do it or not?
Why did you make Crazy Clown Time?
I wanted something crazy and I thought about a clown.
So whenever you say crazy clown time, is that like a metaphor for gay sex?
It's whatever you want it to be.
That's not an answer I'm happy with. Can I get something more clear?
No.
Okay.
Now, if you excuse me, I have to go put Laura's panties in my mouth.
Laura?
What?
As in Laura Dern.
Oh, I was like, you got Cheryl Lee's panties? Pass them around, David.
Well, fellas, I do not kiss and tell, but I did kiss her.
Exclusive breaking news: David Lynch.
Eraserhead's my most spiritual movie.
Can you elaborate on that?
No.
Thank you.
He didn't even use his voice. He just used your regular voice.
Can you elaborate on that? No. I'm good.
You guys want Ringo on the podcast too?
Yeah.
He's got a hole in his pocket.
Wait, are you Ringo or are you impersonating Ringo? I'm confused.
I'm a Ringo impersonator.
Oh.
Hello.
Do you just like go to like the Chinese
How was
theater?
it filming Yellow Submarine?
It was great, man. It was real great.
And there's Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul. What's up, man?
It's not even. That's the Paul from the movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's me. It's the Eggman.
I'm the walrus man. Yeah.
That's Paul right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
so the documentary was right.
It was.
Peace and love, mate.
Fuck.
Oh, I got a hole in my pocket.
I got a hole in me ass. I got a crack in me ass. The doctor says it's normal.
we went off the rails.
Oh yeah,
we did.
This
But
whole chapter
sometimes-
is just called the podcast goes off the rails.
The last nut on the left.
This is gonna be the 20-minute segment of it.
Oh yeah.
We've been doing impersonations for like 20 minutes.
It hasn't been 20 minutes.
It's great.
It's been like
But
10
you know,
minutes.
sometimes, man, you have to stop and smell the roses.
You don't have that on vinyl.
Like my RSD, man.
No one bought that.
Come on, man.
No one's gonna pay $40 for a Ringo album.
Come on, man. It's great. It's real good.
So gentlemen,
It's one of Ringo's best.
So gentlemen, any other plans this week for you guys?
We're going to listen to McCartney 3.
You can.
Why not you?
Because I hate that fucking album.
Why?
It's real good, baby.
Why
It's
not?
great. That's how Paul would say it, too.
It's groovy, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Now you're just Austin Powers.
I know.
Oh, I told him the story. You told me that the guy who played Oddjob killed a guy. Or no, he raped a woman.
I told you about that, right? The guy that played
he told me about
okay, the
it.
guy who played Oddjob, turns out him and a friend of his, they like assaulted a woman. You said
Gang
rape.
assaulted?
Yeah, you said
We're
rape.
going to have to cut that.
We're gonna have to
actually.
cut that now.
Okay.
I don't think we have to cut it, but like.
Well,
He
you
did say cocksucker earlier.
He's
God damn it! I always get to show him fucking hot water, and I don't even intend to.
okay.
Yeah, hot water.
Can
and
I
12 subscribers.
Can I explain? All right,
No.
so Oddjob assaulted a woman back in '93. So this was a good few years before Austin Powers won.
Dude, Austin Powers, he's the man for you.
Oh, that Prince record?
No, that's a quote from the movie. Do you know
No,
that
you're
one?
talking about the Prince record.
Oh yeah, I mean the Prince record,
But
which is pretty
so-
good actually.
So when they found out that he did that, they put him in prison.
It would have been funny. They found out he did that, so they did the movie.
They did the movie, yeah.
And
and
that's when Mike Myers was like, this guy needs to be in my movie.
and so when he went to prison, he was only supposed to go to prison for like I think 15 years, but then he killed his cellmate. So he just blatantly murdered his cellmate, so he just got life in prison after that.
I love how
Smart
Austin's question about it was, did he kill him with the shoe?
I mean, who uses a shoe? Honestly.
Actually, no, the guy who played Oddjob was supposed to be, he was like a failed UFC fighter.
Mhm.
He never won a match, and he tried getting back into acting. It didn't work, so he kind of just went back into crime. And then they found out what he did back in '93, and then all of a sudden, there you go. Now he's in prison forever.
Good.
Hasn't been free since '93.
What? What? You know what? We're done. Good night, everybody.
No.
We're
No,
done.
we can have this go a little longer. Honestly, let's go for like another 10 minutes. Let's see if I can get the show.
I thought you
on
meant
water
another
again.
10 hours. I'm like,
no.
Let's do 10 more episodes tonight.
don't you have to work tomorrow?
I'm not. No, I
Don't
don't.
you have to work
No.
tomorrow?
I don't have to work tomorrow, but I was joking. I really don't want to do that many episodes in one night. Fuck that.
We would be out of topics.
We're already out of topics. What do you
We're
mean?
doing fucking
We milked
impressions.
Phil Anselmo for like 10, 15 minutes.
Did you really milk him? Holy shit.
Yeah. Look at Phil. He's dripping all over the ground. Clean yourself up. You're a fucking mess. Continue.
It's white wine.
You crying in the back?
No, he's just doing racist things in the back.
I think we're out of ideas here.
No,
boys.
we're not.
We really
This
are.
episode's called "The Boys Run Out of Nut."
The boys can no longer nut.
We call
The
it.
boy who couldn't nut.
We call it.
I have no nut and I can't. I have no testicles and I can't nut.
Everyone's gonna think we're gonna talk about that game. Why do we call it freeze dried nut?
No, it's fucking stupid.
Oh, and donuts make me go nuts wasn't?
Yeah, it was fucking great.
I'm done trying to name the show.
No,
You
fuck
trying to name the entire show?
Yeah.
He tried giving us that dumbass name, the Magical Space
Adventure, which is a ripoff of Nuki, which we mentioned.
You didn't even mention that when you found out about it.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I mentioned it to you. Like,
Yeah, but
I think
now
that was like the 4th or 5th
not on,
episode,
not on,
right?
no, not on the show. You mentioned
was
it when we
on
were
the
in the
fucking
car.
show.
No, it was not.
I thought it was on the show.
It was on the show. Wasn't
No,
it?
I thought so, but I guess
Okay, people that
not.
listen.
Viewers, you know the show better than us. Fuck it.
For the 4 of you that listen,
You're real ones, man.
you're the ones that are gonna be like, I was listening to these dumbasses when they were just the D's Nuts guys.
Dude, I was listening to Media Nuts when they still weren't cool. And they're still not.
It's great.
Wait, so we're not cool?
No,
Fuck you.
why would we be?
Good night.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Good night.